Broadcasting live to the world, the Kart Racing Network. Well, the kart you see in shot there on the Kart Racing Network pictures is kart number 437. You see the large Hase logo. As I mentioned moments ago, the Hase is the 2012 model, the EDOX 15. There is Cristiano Magado. He will start on pole position, kart number 437. He's not new to starting finals in the Rotax World Finals, Rotax Grand Finals. He was second in the 2004 championship, but his crowning highlight, the winner in 2003. That was raced in January 2004 at Sharm el Sheikh. And a very special day for me, that was. The first time I ever did a commentary of a Rotax World Championship. Dennis Kroos just behind him in the light-coloured suit, looking fairly comfortable, fairly relaxed. Cristiano Magado looking thoughtful, focused. Kart 415 we see there belongs to Danny Brand. Danny Brand, who lives in the north of Holland, and Danny may even give us a wave. Well, thank you, Carl Klebo. Carl Klebo, your big mate. Well, maybe Carl will blog in. Danny Brand living in the north of Holland, but driving out of Belgium on a Belgium license. And there we see Dennis Kroos in shot, or at least his kart in shot, 428, the big K. Dennis Kroos from the Netherlands. World number 2 at this level, former world number 1, gives us the thumbs up. Yes. Hi, Danny. It is me. Oh, it's from me. Dennis, you have to forgive me. My Dutch isn't terribly good. It's about as good as my Arabic, which is limited to a couple of phrases. A big thank you to Ali bin Shaden and all of the family for hosting us here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very close to the start of the DD2 Masters Final. You see the Traxxer electrical marshal post in the middle of your screen on the Kart Racing Network television pictures. Hope you're going through www.kartracingnetwork.com. Some of the other feeds on the split feed have not been very good quality. We've got superb quality on the kartracingnetwork.com. To your right-hand side, it's Cristiano Magado. To your left-hand side, it's Danny Brand. And are we racing? That looked a little bit untidy, but we are racing. Cristiano Magado jumps into a lead from Danny Brand. Scott Campbell from Canada just onto the outside, making, well, a fairly competitive start from the outside of the second row. But this is Cristiano Magado leading from Danny Brand. And I think that that's Dennis Kroos in 4th place. And my third place driver in that case, let's wait until we can tell you for sure. On screen, that's definitely Dennis Kroos. Dennis Kroos leading from Danny Brand. Cristiano Magado leading from Danny Brand. Cristiano Magado from pole position jumping into that early lead. The third place driver that I wasn't able to spot coming into view. Let's try and get you the call. Well, still struggling a little bit. Cristiano Magado, Danny Brand, and kart number 423. That is Jerry Hargitay. Well, apologies, my good friend Jerry Hargitay. What a stunning start he has made. And I have to say, that really is impressive. Jerry Hargitay from the outside of the third row, running third on the opening lap. This is a 21-lap final. 21 lap final for DD2 Masters in the Rotax World Challenge Grand Finals 2011. Cristiano Magado leading from Danny Brand in shot there. That is Jerry Hargitay that you see in third place. Jerry Hargitay's in front of Peter Lundstrom running fourth. Brent Coughlin is running fifth. Colin Davis from the United Kingdom, a former Rotax Masters champion, is up into sixth place. Moritz Nopjes from the United Arab Emirates has made a good start in seventh. Florent Lambert of the UK 8th, Guillaume Berthaud of France 9th, and Takao Matsuya of Japan, the Hase Works driver, running 10th. Cristiano Magado, Danny Brand and Peter Lundstrom now, having gone past, while I was looking at the screen, having gone past Jerry Hargitay. Well, this is the scrap for third, fourth, fifth. Cristiano Magado's margin over Danny Brand was 7/10 of a second. Danny Brand a quarter of a second in front of this chasing group. Peter Lundstrom is kart number 433 from Denmark. Jerry Hargitay 423 from Hungary. And Brent Conklin 418 from Australia. We're on lap 3 of a 21 lap final for the DD2 Masters. Not in shot, the race leader is Cristiano Magado. Well, what we're looking at on shot is the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. That's Brent Coughlin, Guillaume Berthaud, Moritz Nopjes and Takao Matsuya. And Moritz Nopjes is one of the drivers that you see in shot there, just coming onto your screen from the left, from the United Arab Emirates. That's the dice for second place there that we're watching currently. And there goes a move of significance, third to second. Danny Brand and Peter Lundstrom changing places. Danny Brand and Peter Lundstrom in that battle, and Danny Brand coming back really hard. Ooh, can he execute this? Yes, he can. So they trade places, but also trading them back again. This is the end of lap 4. Cristiano Magado in the middle of your screen is well clear, but behind them and coming through also Jerry Hargitay. Danny Brand second, Peter Lundstrom third, Jerry Hargitay fourth, and this is the battle that we're watching, and it's a tough one. Danny Brand, Peter Lundstrom, Jerry Hargitay. Jerry Hargitay, 11 times a Hungarian champion, is come to Alain, and here's that slow-mo replay once again of Danny Brand getting back underneath Peter Lundstrom. It's the approach to the hairpin at turn 8, very, very difficult to defend against really, because the guy behind can just brake that little bit later than when he sees the first guy brake. That's Cristiano Magado way in front at the top of your screen. A little bit further back, Danny Brand in second place, swinging round in front of Peter Lundstrom and Jerry Hargitay. Was going to say that Jerry Hargitay has not come to this event from Hungary, he's come from Mexico. He's on an extended vacation in Mexico, but broke that vacation to come here to Alain Raceway to race in this event. Well, he's racing pretty good. He's fourth in the DD2 Masters final at the end of the 1/4 race distance. This is lap 6. Danny Brand continuing to be under pressure on the screenshot. In front of him, Cristiano Magado, now 1.99 seconds clear. So you would have to say that Cristiano Magado, nothing can be taken for granted. And here's Peter Lundstrom trying to get back into second place, and he does execute. That's Cristiano Magado, and Danny Brand having to do this work again because Peter Lundstrom has got back in front of him in second place. Well, I have to say I agree with the editorial judgment of our producer, Michael Scott Wright, who's letting us see these fabulous pictures. Don't want to do a disservice to Cristiano Magado. He's a great driver and he's a good friend of mine, and so is his dad, Rui. But behind Cristiano, a couple of seconds, 2.4 seconds behind them, we had that really, really close dice between Peter Lundstrom and Danny Brand. But in fact, that's evaporated a little bit with Danny Brand dropping back to fourth. We're seeing now Peter Lundstrom and Jerry Hargitay and Jerry Hargitay, who raced with us in the early years of the Rotax Euro Challenge, promoted by RGMMC, but has been in one or two World Challenges, but I thought it more or less sort of disappeared off the serious racing scene, but not a bit of it. He's running third in the DD2 Masters Final as we approach the end of lap 7. The race leader, Cristiano Magado, starts lap 8 now. The margin in front is 2.7 seconds, and as I look from the screen, I see that Jerry Hargitay has gone second. Jerry Hargitay going into second place. Jerry Hargitay in front of Peter Lundstrom. Danny Brand still running fourth. Well, Jerry Hargitay now has the advantage, if you will, of clear track in front of him. Here he is moving to the tight inside, and that's the Hungarian putting the pass on the driver from Denmark. Wasn't altogether achieved at the first time of offering, but the left turn came to the advantage of Jerry Hargitay. Chris Magado just disappearing out of shot, and once again we've got Danny Brand coming back. Oh, sorry, Peter Lundstrom coming back. Peter Lundstrom getting himself into second place in front of Hargitay. These guys coming towards us are Peter Lundstrom, Jerry Hargitay and Danny Brand, and Jerry Hargitay not able to repeat the move of one lap ago. This is lap 9. And as you can see, and again we have a look at this slow motion replay of Kart Racing Network. Jerry Hargitay has nothing he can do there. He sees that Peter Lundstrom has gone through on the inside and really has to just hold station, make sure that he doesn't lose an extra place. That would have been to Danny Brand. Out of shot in 5th place, it's Brent Coughlin, and in 6th place from the United Arab Emirates, Moritz Nupjes. Well, you can see the distance. Although the television cameras foreshorten the distance, you can see that Cristiano Magado has a commanding lead in this one. We're not yet at half race distance, and a lot can happen in motorsport, it truly can. There is Cristiano Magado dropping off the bottom of our screen. The margin between him and the chasing pack is 3.4 seconds. This is Peter Lundstrom in 2nd place, Jerry Hargitay in 3rd place, and Danny Brand in 4th place. These are the guys you see in shot. Just behind them, Brent Coughlin of Australia, but a little bit detached from them. We're on lap 10. Well, Cristiano Magado goes past the half distance on the lap, so that's the half distance in the race. 10.5 laps gone, 10.5 to go in this, the DD2 Masters Final. There again you see the distance of the lead. It is a little bit foreshortened by our television screens, and there is Danny Brand going past Jerry Hargitay, if I've read that correctly. Danny Brand going past Jerry Hargitay, and so coming towards the end of lap 10, Peter Lundstrom now 2nd, Danny Brand now 3rd, Hargitay 4th, Brent Coughlin 5th, Takao Matsuya of Japan is up to 6th, Guillaume Berthaud of France is up to 7th, Moritz Nupjes of the United Arab Emirates is in 8th place. The two British drivers, Florent Lambert and Colin Davis, complete the top 10 in 9th and 10th places respectively. Sadly lost Dennis Kroos on the opening lap in that one, and we lost Scott Campbell of Canada, so last year's World 1 and 2 at this level have not even made the first lap. 2 years ago in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, Jesus Perez Santander didn't make the first lap, won the world title, and he didn't make the first lap here. So 3 former champions, including the current Worlds 1 and 2, went out on the opening lap. Scott Campbell of Canada, a disaster for him. Dennis Kroos of the Netherlands, likewise, and Jesus Perez Santander of Spain. Always a little bit disappointing to bring desperately bad news like that, but it is part of the fuller picture as we are into the second half of the race now. We're working lap 12. Cristiano Magado's lead over Peter Lundstrom is 3.7 seconds. Danny Brand is just a whisker behind Peter Lundstrom, as you can see here, and behind Danny Brand it's Jerry Hargitay. These guys in shot are 2nd, 3rd and 4th. 2nd, 3rd and 4th as they move away. At the bottom of your screen, the 5th place driver is Brent Coughlin of Australia. At the top of your screen, turning left, is Cristiano Magado, and this is Peter Lundstrom in 2nd place, being pursued by Danny Brand in 3rd place and Jerry Hargitay in 4th place. This is Cristiano Magado going over the ridge. Ooh, that was quite a bump, wasn't it? The ridge that is a unique feature of the UAE circuit here at Al Ain. Cristiano Magado's lead is 3.8 seconds. And there you see a nice action shot of him. I have said in commentary previously how he inclines his body to the left and right. You see there quite an exaggeration in terms of not just a lot of drivers have a head inclination to the right or left, but Cristiano Magado is the full upper torso and head to the right or left. Does it a little bit more distinctively one way than the other. There you see the left turn not so distinctive as when he's going the other way. And you see the difference, or not so much the difference as the distance that he has. Our television screen doesn't always do justice to distances, but this is Cristiano Magado in kart number 437. Danny Brand goes into 2nd place while we're watching Cristiano Magado. Cristiano Magado won his world title at Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt in January 2004, although it was the 2003 season, or the season of the 2003 Rotax World Challenge. Very, very there again you see that very distinctive inclination to the left and the right, but certainly far more so one way than the other. This will be to the left, doesn't look nearly so exaggerated. Look at the distance before you see the next driver appear. That is Cristiano Magado at the top of your screen. Well, we've cut to the next hairpin. Let me try and look out the window and tell you the distance in meters. Well, there's Cristiano Magado. Oh, it's 140, 120, 140 meters, and in time terms, it's 4.2 seconds. 4.2 seconds. Well, we cut back now to the scrap between the drivers behind Cristiano Magado. That's Danny Brand you see in shot, being pursued by Peter Lundstrom. Danny Brand driving for Belgium, although he lives in Holland, was born in Holland and is a Dutchman. Peter Lundstrom, a Danish driver through and through. Just behind those is Jerry Hargitay in 4th place, but this is the scrap for 2nd and 3rd, which our television producer is electing to show us at the moment. Good close racing. We're on lap 15 of a 21 lap race, so we've passed the 2/3 race distance. Danny Brand holding this narrow advantage over Peter Lundstrom. Peter Lundstrom not attempting the inside move that's so popular here. Chris Magado already starting his next lap. He's starting lap 16. Again, let me tell you the difference in time. It's 4.2 seconds. Danny Brand holding off the challenge of Peter Lundstrom. Just behind Peter, well, not just behind, but behind Peter Lundstrom is Jerry Hargitay being chased by Brett Coughlin. They come into shot now, but this is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. These two guys would be hoping to make the podium as a minimum, and be hoping to make the podium in 2nd place rather than 3rd. Right now, Danny Brand incidentally, who was poised to win one of his heats when someone clattered into him, and he was a non-finisher. So he had an awful, really sad moment at the side of the track, beating the kart. But he's fought back, and right now he's in the final and is running 2nd, albeit being harried very strongly by Peter Lundstrom of Denmark. You see here, looks over his left shoulder, moves well over to the left of the track, over that distinctive ridge, turns left at turn 1, in front of the grandstand, showing the exit of turn 2. This will be another left-hander. Good pictures coming to you from Kart Racing Network. They've certainly helped me with my circuit commentary. Hope you're enjoying them at home. We are able actually to bring these to your, not only to your laptops, but to your iPhones, your Androids, your smartphones. But we are on a split feed, so we're not able to give you the best of the Kart Racing Network. If we could give you the very best of the Kart Racing Network, I think you would be even more blown away. Thanks for all of you that have logged in and told us that you love our slow motion replays. The 6th place driver coming into shot is Takao Matsuya, not coming into shot now, but there just behind we had a run of 5 at one time, but behind these two battlers, the 3 drivers, the one at the back is Takao Matsuya, and he's on a charge, and Takao Matsuya looking to go from 6th to 5th as we speak. Well, this is Danny Brand being hotly pursued by Peter Lundstrom. Peter Lundstrom climbing all over Danny Brand, but not in a position to make a move presently. Can't just remember who the driver was who clattered into Danny Brand, and if I could remember, I probably, for diplomatic reasons, shouldn't say who it was. Well, Danny Brand is on lap 18 of a 21-lap race. He was on lap 18 of an 18-lap race, I believe. Oh, no, it was a 14-lap race, wasn't it? Maybe even an 11-lap race. It's going down. But the bottom line is, it was on the last lap with about 3 turns remaining, battling for second, clattered out the race. Strange line taken there by Peter Lundstrom. What was Peter Lundstrom's strategy there? It must lose him a couple of places. Well, it's lost him 1 place. Jerry Hargitay taking advantage. Now, those of you that race DD2, what was Peter Lundstrom thinking? Did he think he could get a big wide slip shot? Takao Matsuya goes up another place. That puts him to 4th place in front of Peter Lundstrom, so things going wrong late in the race for Peter Lundstrom. But Takao Matsuya, the Haase factory driver, well, he's having a bit of a charge, isn't he? Cristiano Magardo's lead is 4.8 seconds. Danny Brand being pursued now in 2nd place by Jerry Hargitay rather than Peter Lundstrom. There you see him at the top of your screen, and that's Cristiano Magardo turning left for the 19th time. And Takao Matsuya moving through again. Well, if Takao Matsuya had have started anything like a smart position, let me just glance down. Takao Matsuya started way out of the top half dozen, didn't he? He started in 22nd place. Takao Matsuya has driven from 22nd place to a podium position place in 3rd. Here is the move. The Japanese driver started 22nd on the 11th row and going past the driver from Denmark, Peter Lundstrom, and Peter Lundstrom getting himself a little bit, I think I can see now why Peter Lundstrom did go out wide. He had no real choice. Takao Matsuya had started his move, and that explains why Peter Lundstrom went as wide as he did and why he lost another place. Danny Brand has dropped a place, hasn't he? Takao Matsuya's dropped a place. This is Cristiano Magardo starting his last lap. Last lap to Cristiano Magardo. In 2nd place, Danny Brand. 3rd place, Peter Lundstrom. 4th place, Takao Matsuya. 5th place, Jerry Hargitay. But we're quite rightly staying with Cristiano Magardo. We haven't seen a lot of close racing from Cristiano Magardo. He hasn't needed close racing. He's just blasted away from the field, and he's certainly done it in the final. I do hesitate to put the commentator's curse in, but, well, I do feel that I am genuinely neutral with all of my drivers. I really, really try to be. But Cristiano Magardo was the winner of the first ever Rotax race or Rotax event that I commentated at, and looking as if he might be bidding to regain a different world title onto the home straight for the 21st time by a huge margin. Cristiano Magardo wins it. Danny Brand 2nd, Guillaume Berthaud 3rd. Jerry Hargitay from Hungary, a very, very good drive from the veteran 11 times Hungarian champion into 4th. Brent Coughlin of Australia finished 5th. Christoph Adams, twice a world champion at this level, was 6th. Moritz Nopiez of the United Arab Emirates finished 7th. Well done to the driver from Dubai. 7th in the final for a driver from UAE. From the UK, Colin Davis finished 8th. Stuart Clark of Canada, that was a good drive from the back because Stuart Clark started in 27th place. So Stuart Clark from 27th to 9th. And Florent Lambert, the Englishman who was born in France and has lived in the Ivory Coast, completed the top 10. This is the scales. The race is not yet won, or rather the race is won. The title is in the bag. I have to say that Claudio Piazzamusso won a race at Langkawi, Malaysia. Jumped onto the scales and couldn't believe it when the pin didn't jump round. It perspired so much. Well done, very, very sporting. I think that was Danny Brand in 2nd place. This is Cristiano Magardo that we see, the ORC. Let's say Mr. Percy from Hong Kong. Your race suit has produced a champion. I think that's John Van Wyk going to, yes it was John Van Wyk going to congratulate Cristiano Magardo. Nigel Edwards, I think that was, just shaking hands with him and giving him the flag. So a lap of honour for the 2011 DD2 Masters World Champion. Cristiano Magado was born in South Africa and was raised in South Africa and races as a South African, but his parents came from Portugal originally, and his father, Rui Magado, very instrumental in the growth of karting in Mozambique in Eastern Africa. Chris Magado taking the cheers as he goes by the grandstand. Well, the marshals giving Cristiano Magado the flag treatment. Cristiano Magado giving them the checkered flag. There he goes. And peeling off the track into pit lane.